Niaje ni familia, welcome back to the Mioyo channel. Today we will learn a little bit about the top 10 Bantu languages, at least by the number of global speakers. Now, as viewers of the channel will know, Proto-Bantu is the language from which all of these supposedly derive. It is thought to have been spoken around the year 2000 BCE in and around West Central Africa. Prevailing theories place its origin somewhere between rivers Nyong and Sanaga in what is now southern Cameroon. Over time, groups migrated from this origin both east and southward. Most modern-day Bantu language speakers are descended from groups that spread out from the forests of modern-day DRC between the years 1500 BCE and 500 CE. Now, without further ado, let's get started with our number 10. Tswana or Setswana is a southern Bantu language and the most spoken in the Sotho-Tswana branch. It's spoken primarily in South Africa and Botswana by 4 million and 2 million people respectively. Setswana is spoken by about 80% of Botswana and a minority of South Africans, mainly in Northwest Province. Setswana is known for its distinct guttural and alveolar fricatives, represented by G, KG, TL, and TLH. These sounds reflect the indigenous San ancestry of many Tswana speakers, the most known of whom include Presley Chwenyakai, Litsile Tebogo, Boiti, Focalistic, Bonang Mateba, Casper Nyovest, and Seretse Khama. Ikirundi or Kirundi is by far the most spoken language in the East African Republic of Burundi, with over 90% of Burundians speaking it. Along with Kinyarwanda, Kirundi is part of the Rwanda-Rundi branch of Northeastern Bantu languages. The two are mutually intelligible, and Barundi and Banyarwanda are often friends in diaspora. About 600,000 Burundians live in diaspora, many of whom speak Kirundi. Notable Kirundi speakers include December, Venus Nyongabo, Esther Kamatari, D1, Francine Nyonsaba, Vanya Ice, and Satbi. There are 6 to 7 Kirundi dialects, namely Kibo, Ikiragane, Igisoni, Kinyabweru, Ikiogoma, and Ikimoso. Chishona or Shona is the most spoken indigenous language by Zimbabweans living both in diaspora and within the nation's borders. Chishona is the majority language in 7 of Zimbabwe's 10 provinces, and a minority language in bordering Mozambique, Zambia, and Botswana. Notable Bashona include the likes of Oliver Mtukudzi, Emerson Mnangagwa, Feli Nandi, Ja Praiser, Makacharamba, and many more in diaspora. Chishona boasts a large diaspora, with about 3.5 million speakers residing outside of Zimbabwe. Included under the Shona umbrella are the Karanga, Zezuru, Manyika, and Korekore dialects, and its closest relatives are Chindau, Chikalanga, and Chivenda. Chichewa and Chinyanja are two names given to multiple dialects in the Chewa branch of Nyasa languages. As the dialects are part of a continuum that is mutually intelligible, they are counted here as one language. Other Nyasa languages include Chisena and Chitumbuka. About 18 million people speak Chichewa, 14 million Malawians, and 4 million Zambians. It is also spoken in Zimbabwe and Mozambique. Notable speakers of Chewa and Nyanja include Joyce Banda, Shepard Bushiri, Yo Maps, Temwa, Kamuzu Banda, Sanji, and Kalonga Gawaundi the 11th. Luganda, or simply Ganda, is the most spoken indigenous language in the Republic of Uganda. It has approximately 20 million speakers, with 54% learning it as either second or third language. Native to the historical Buganda Kingdom, Luganda is the majority language in Luganda's central region. Notable Luganda speakers include the likes of Kabaka Mwenda Mutebi II, Irene Tale, Simon Kagwanjala, Florence Kasumba, Bebe Cool, Mulinde Sukali IV, and Anne Kansime. Luganda is a northeastern Bantu language, part of the North Nyanza branch, which includes the closely related Lusoga and Lugwere languages. These languages originated on the northwest shore of Lake Nyanza, renamed Lake Victoria by the British. isiXhosa or Xhosa is a Southern Bantu Nguni language. It's the second most spoken first language in South Africa and has minority communities in Zimbabwe and Lesotho. There are about 21 million speakers total, with about 11 million having learned isiXhosa as an additional language. Some isiXhosa speakers of note include Miriam Makeba, Nelson Mandela, Busiswa, Trevor Noah, Siyakolisi, Zozibini Tunzi, Bayanda Walaza, and John Kani. Along with foundations from the Bantu expansion, isiXhosa has a mixed heritage, which can be found in sounds and vocab unique to Southern Bantu languages, and influenced by Kwe languages like Qorakobab and Kham. Ikinyarwanda, or Kinyarwanda, is Rwanda's most spoken language. Approximately 26 million people speak all 11 dialects. There are minority dialects outside Rwanda, 3 of which are in neighboring DRC and Uganda. Another Rwanda-Rundi language, Ikinyarwanda, is marked by its unique history, with words of Cushitic, French, English, and Swahili origin. The language also has a significant number of consonant clusters, called Ibihekane, beyond even that of similar Bantu languages. Some well-known Ikinyarwanda speakers include Israel Mbonyi, Irakoza Ariane Vanessa, Paul Kagame, Chuti Gatwa, Isheja Morela, Bushali, and King Yuhi VI. isiZulu is the most spoken Nguni language and the first language of most South Africans. There are 30 million speakers, and more than half of South Africans can understand it. Related to languages like isiXhosa and isiNdebele, isiZulu also shares vocabulary with indigenous Tu and Kwe languages. As a result, distinct phonemes such as qa, j, and sh are commonly used. Some of the best known isiZulu speakers include Lucky Dube, Durban Gogo, Nasty C, King Misuzulu, Amaqamata, Pearl Tusi, Robot Boy, Lasizwe, and Tusombedu. The penultimate language on this list is Lingala. Lingala can be considered a Creole of sorts, tracing its roots to a trade pidgin used in the 19th century. There are an estimated 30 million native speakers today, and due to its status as a lingua franca, an additional 25 million speakers learned Lingala as an additional tongue. While most speakers live in the Congos, there are many diasporic speakers also, Speakers include Barbara Kanam, Dikembe Mutombo, Vero Chanda Bea Mputu, Romelu Lukaku, Gims, and Kofi Olomide. Most Lingala words are from Bobangi, native to Western Congo, but it also borrows from French, Portuguese, Spanish, Kikongo, and Kiswahili, by far the most spoken Bantu language and the most spoken indigenous African language. Most of the 200 million speakers learned Kiswahili to use as a lingua franca. Formed in coastal East Africa, Kiswahili is a Sabaki language, related to Shikomori and Kimwami, and spread through trade routes, wherein it gained its marked Arabic influence. Most countries in the East African community use Kiswahili or teach it in schools, and in more recent years it has continued to spread further into Southern Africa. Well-known speakers of Kiswahili include Lupita Nyong'o, Samia Suluhu Hassan, Bien, Sarah Hassan, Eliud Kipchoge, Elsa Majimbo, and Diamond Platnumz. Alright, that concludes our list for the top 10 most spoken Bantu languages. I know it has been a minute since I've been on this channel. I've kept you guys waiting for 11 months. That is entirely my bad. But having said that, since I've been away, we hit 100 subscribers on the channel, which I'd like to thank you all very much for. Very humbled by that and all of the interaction. And yeah, I have just been working on a bunch of videos coming up later on this year, just trying to make interesting content that's still informative and trying to make it as accurate as possible for you guys watching. But as always, thank you so much for watching. Comment down below any ideas you have or anything you found interesting from this video. Was your language mentioned? What did I get right? What did I get wrong? And while you're down there, subscribe and consider watching another video. Simunye.